Hey guys, it's Giant Musties. The day is finally here, and if you didn't watch my trailer review, I am terrified of sharks, but I'm going to go through this here. My initial thoughts before going in to see this is that it's going to be corny but fun. Something like Rampage, a really dumb plot, but memorable scenes. That's my initial thought. This is it. Here we go. Hey guys, I'm just leaving the theater right now. First thing that stood out to me was this is a film co-financed by a Chinese studio. I instantly knew that there was going to be a lot of pandering to the Chinese community, which there's nothing necessarily wrong with that. I think for the most part this film held its Chinese product placement and everything pretty well. The biggest gripe I have with this is there is a little bit of a pacing issue. When the film first starts out, I feel like there's enough to keep you invested in the film. But as the first act goes on, it really does drag out for a little while. It's interesting. I don't think that this is a spoiler, but if you want to be cautious, this was shown in the trailer. But the giant squid scene, I feel like that went on for a little too long. It felt like it was half the movie. Once the shark does show up, there's a lot of ongoing entertainment throughout it. You get plenty of shark action, and I think it pays off in the end. However, speaking of being a little off, the humor is everywhere. I mean, there was a lot of jokes that I was kind of just like, I didn't think that they were terrible jokes, they weren't my type of jokes. Then there was this one moment where it's like a gross humor scene, and it felt so out of place. Like, I would say that this film was definitely more entertaining than Rampage, at least on a more balanced scale. I can't help but actually feel like this is Jurassic Park at sea. This is Jurassic Sea. That is my overall impression of this entire film. The CGI is really well constructed for the most part too. There are some things that are a little off here and there, but there's a few really believable moments. I don't think that they were actual physical props. I think that they were digital images, but the close-up was so convincing that I truly felt like they were standing to an actual prop. They paid a lot of attention to detail in this film. If you look at the shark, there's food in his teeth. You can see the shark has those little suckerfish things that are clinging to its body and trying to eat the dead flesh or dead skin, dead scales. It really did do a good job of reflecting real life behavior and nature. And the overall premises, which I've never actually read the books, but I found it reasonable. I mean, it is a science fiction film, but how the shark exists and how it comes to attack people, I bought into it for a little while. It was good. One thing though, I have to ask, this is like a human character trait question. Most people who are seeing this film have seen the previews or the trailers, and yet people still act shocked and surprised and frightened to see certain moments happen. And it's like, you saw the trailer, right? This was in the main trailer. Why are you freaking out? Like, oh my God, I can't believe the movie's going to go there. Well, they showed in the trailers that this was going to happen, so why are you surprised? Like, the whole audience was gasping, going, no! It's like, we knew this was going to happen. But the most embarrassing moment for me was in the beginning, before any of the drama happens. There was this one moment that scared the shit out of me, and it wasn't even intentional. Nothing even happened. It was just showing people in a dark room talking, and then the camera angle switched to somebody getting off the elevator. I guess the color contrast from the dark room to the light elevator scared the crap out of me for some reason. I guess my brain was expecting something to be popping out because the color was just abruptly changed, but I don't think anybody else noticed that. Nobody else jumped there. But yeah, that was the most embarrassing moment for me. There was a few jumps that I had. Nothing too unpredictable. You know it's coming. It's just, you don't know the exact moment it's coming. Another question too. I remember in Pacific Rim, the whole love interest between the two lead characters built up to this really awkward, tense moment where it looked like they were going to kiss and they didn't. That kind of happened here in this movie too. I don't know if Hollywood audiences or Asian audiences, whether it's China or Japan, they just don't want to see foreigners kissing each other or what. There's CPR in this movie, so there's lip contact, but they don't actually kiss at any point in the movie, even though they have this relationship thing going on. I don't know, is that a cultural taboo in Asia? I'm not trying to be ignorant here or anything, I'm just genuinely asking if any of my viewers here know the answer to that question. The only other thing I can really say is that the ending was somewhat predictable, Like, going into the movie, I had no idea how the heroes were going to overcome the situation. I think as the movie went on and the characters' resources became a little bit low, you could just kind of tell that, oh, you know, because of little things that happened earlier throughout the film, little details. I don't know if the film was hinting at that being the answer. When it comes down to the final confrontation, something kind of just clicks in your mind and you realize that that's what they're going to do. At least for me. I got the impression that nobody else in the audience saw that coming. I mean, but then again, they could have read the books and maybe knew that that was the ending. Have you read the book? How does this differ from the book? Did you like the movie? Did you like the book? Are you afraid of sharks? Are you going to see this? Did you see it? What did you think? I'm Giant Musties. Thanks for watching. This is a spoiler right here. It's not a major spoiler, but something happens in the trailer and I will spoil that moment. The dog in the water. Okay, it lives. That happens in Hollywood films all the time. It's like a big taboo in Hollywood filmmaking is never kill cute animals. Even in Godzilla 2014, the dog that was tied to the tree, spoiler alert, just finds his way out. It's like, come on.